Okay. Small update, and I'm gonna try to keep my volume low because I'm in a witness waiting area, and I've been here, oh man, must be close to 3 hours now. And the reason it's taken so long is because they're going through a jury selection. So that'll probably end up continuing until lunchtime, so another 30 minutes or so, and then we'll break for lunch. I'm going to stay in here, and I'm going to stay focused on what I need to. But the prosecutor has come in a couple times, and it continues to surprise me how in favor these courts are of people who don't behave well. It's crazy. But they put into evidence, they meaning her lawyer, part of the police report. Not the whole police report, but part of the police report. So they redacted what they didn't want to use. How does that even make sense? A police report gives you an outline of, a canvas of what happened, but they're putting it into evidence, redacted. We'll see how that works, because I'm not going to sit there and discuss a police report that's not telling the whole story, or, they're going to try to manipulate me. No, not happening. I'm ready, bro. You want to talk about that stuff? I've mentally been thinking for 3 hours, and I'm ready. Trust me. But anyways, the prosecutor came back in and thinks it's probably best to not use the video of the event, the 2 videos that I took, the 2 videos of initially when she threw the pot at me, and then me restarting it. And the reason for that is because he believes their defense is going to be that she was defending herself. That's why she scratched my face, because I was on top of her. I don't know, maybe she's a victim because the pot flew out of her hand and I didn't catch it. Maybe we were playing catch and I didn't do my job. Who knows, man? But it's crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. So, we looked at the video, and the whole purpose behind going to court is without reasonable doubt, right? So if you're a juror and you're looking at the video, you might very well think maybe in that scuffle I was trying to hurt her, and that's why she scratched my face, because I was putting too much pressure on her. So we're not going to use the video either. So basically, the only evidence we have is my story. And I don't think she's gonna take the stand. She might. I hope she does. And we could introduce evidence we've been told we can't talk about, if they somehow ask a question that might relate to an incident that happened. For example, if they say, have you ever hit her before? I'm gonna say, well, in the past, to defend myself, but I'm not able to talk about past events in court. So I'm not directly talking about the events or the specific event, but I'm basically saying, yeah, but you cannot allow me to talk about it. Hopefully the jury says, oh, what's going on here? But, so I can't use the video either. So basically it's my story, the police report, and her story, if she wants to go on the witness stand. We'll see. Should be interesting. But what I said, or suggested to the prosecutor, I said, you should ask me if I have a history of violence. You should ask me if I've ever hit anybody offensively ever, if I ever hit her offensively? Do I have a criminal record? Because that is the canvas that paints me as the person I am, and as a non-violent person. I may like to debate, well, my way of debating as far as social media and talking to people, specifically politics, I get it, but I don't have a problem with that. I'll battle all day with that. But physical, I don't believe in that. So anyways, I'm waiting here in this cold room. So it's just me. Yay. But I'm waiting. This room's cold. But that's okay. And next step is after lunch, I'll be called on the witness stand and just tell my side of the story. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be truthful. I'm sure I'll be emotional because I'm kind of a wimp sometimes with that. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. And I'm a damn good lover. But man, it still bums me out. I'm sitting here thinking about my life and being like, man, what we could have been together. I'm telling you, man. She's a smart person, and I'm a very driven guy. And we could have been a dynamic duo, but just wasn't meant to be. It is what it is. All my faith is in God. All my faith and my belief, everything happens for a reason. So I'll get back to you after I've been called and fill you in. Wish me luck.